Hi, welcome to day one of our 12 Code Challenge. I am so excited for the next 12 days and honored that you're allowing me to walk this journey with you as we come into the completion of the story that you've been writing for the last 10 years of your life. This is the end of the decade, the start of a new in 2020, and what better way, what better energy to get ready for that than to do it together. This is going to be so fun and exciting, and I can't wait to engage with you throughout this. So if you want, you can share things on social, just hashtag the 12 Code Challenge and tag me in it if you want, and I can come and kind of talk to you there. You can email me along the way. I am here for you. I am here to support you on your journey, and I'm just so excited for where we're going to start. So today with day one, we are starting with release. Okay, so if you haven't already, the button right below this video in the email, go ahead and download this. It ended up being like a 6-page worksheet, which I think that's technically probably more of a workbook at that point. But there's so much good to put in here to get the juices flowing and to allow things to come up that need to come up, that are ready to be released, and bring you into this new chapter, new part, new book in your series of life. So this is the perfect way to start. I'm so excited about this. We just are coming out of the full moon yesterday. It's the last full moon of the decade, the last full moon of 2019. It was the 12/12 portal. Like, we have so much energy right now supporting us and supporting this journey. So it's amazing. Like, I went through some of these questions last night and did this myself last night. And I am telling you, energetically, what is around us right now, supporting us, it felt so loving and everything just flowed. It didn't feel like stuck or difficult. It was just time. It's just time. It's time to do this. So the way I'm kind of looking at this, the last 12 days right now, these are, I guess it's technically not the last 12 days, but these next 12 days that we're walking together is kind of the curtain call. It's you just did this 10-year performance, this beautiful performance of part of your life story. And so many things, so many ups and downs, and all these things that came together to create that part of your story, to create that book in your series. And the curtain just came down. And it's rising right now, today. It's rising up, rising again. You're on this stage, and it's rising so that there's the applause and the celebration and the completion of this part. So, and you may even want an encore. So this is your time to put in your encore. You have 12 days to put in your encore of the last 10 years. So thank you for letting me be here with you. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to try to keep these videos pretty quick. There's a lot of ground to cover. So I'm just going to move through these questions super fast, give you a couple little things that kind of came up for me, to give you some examples, a little bit, tiny bits of coaching throughout it, to kind of help you along the way. But this is just designed to give you time with yourself, give you time with you, give you time with your soul, and give you some questions and ideas and things to go through on your own. And I'm here to support too. So I would be happy to receive messages from you like, hey, what do you think about this? This is what came up for me. I'm offering it right now, like free. I'm here for you. I'm here to support. So please let me. That's where I feel I need to be right now. Okay. So diving into the workbook, we are in day one, release. Okay, so page 1, simple question, first question, what do I need to release? What do I need to release? So when you tune into that question, what we're talking about here is, what are the things within you that you feel no longer serve your highest good, no longer serve purpose, no longer allow you to shine your light in the way that you want to shine your light? What are those things that you feel are holding you back and that you're ready to just let go? What is it that you can let go and release from your daily habits, from the way you live your life, the way you talk to yourself, any of that applies here. So whatever comes up with that question, just take a minute and write that down. And these pages, I did provide some space for you to write, but feel free, bring your journal out if you need more space. This is just kind of to provide a little bit of a container for you to hold space for you to do this work. Okay, so what do I need to release? Second question, what does my life look like once I release these things? Okay, so as I went through this last night, you guys, this felt so big for me because those two questions together really helped me dial in to that. Not only am I, like, sometimes it's hard to release some things, right? It's hard to release things that we're like, that doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit into where I'm going or what I'm doing. But if I release it, like, that's going to be really difficult and hard because, maybe I've attached my worth or my sense of belonging to showing up in that way. So some of those things showed up for me. And I realized in that second question, you know what? But if I release that, I create more space for me to approach my life in a way that is more aligned and more centered. So that just felt just really powerful and potent. So what does my life look like once I release these things? I'll give you one example that came up for me. I'm being totally transparent here. I tend to have a lot of worry come up. So in my mind, my daily vision, my mind set, I don't even want to say mindset, but my mind vision, some things that come into mind bring worry to me, where I'm like, what if this happened? And what if that happened? And, oh, please protect my kids and please protect my family. And, and I just I get worried. I get worried about all the what ifs and what could happen. And I have found that clouds my mind a lot. That is in my mind a lot. And that worry comes up and I'm just like, oh, I'm so worried about things. So that is something I wrote down that I wanted to release. And that second question, I kind of just tagged each thing. So I wrote that down for the first one. And then when I got to the second one, I just line by line answered each one. So if I release that, it clears space in my mind to be present. It clears space for me to have faith. It clears space for me to enjoy the time I have with my kids and to be excited for them, for the opportunities that they have, that, they get to go and have fun with their aunts and uncles and their cousins and their friends, and they get to go to school and they get to go do all these fun things, and they get to be safe as they do it, and they get to experience life. And so it just changes mindset completely for me and allows more space for vision to be crafted and for me to create the life I want to create, because everything that we create starts in the mind, the heart, the soul first. So just a couple tips for you there and examples that I came into. So, okay, third question, what daily habits serve me and my highest purpose in life? This is such powerful work to do, to tune into your habits. What are your daily habits? Which ones are aligned with your highest purpose and what you were born to do in life, and aligned with what allows you to give the love within you in the most magnificent ways. So what daily habits serve me and my highest purpose in life? And then the fourth question is, what daily habits are no longer in alignment with my purpose? So I'm going to give you an example here that came up for me. I had a ton of bullet points with this. I just kept writing and writing. A lot came up for me for all of these. But one I'll share is one of my daily habits is I bookend my sleep with Instagram scrolling. When I wake up, first thing in the morning, I will jump on Instagram. Before I even get out of bed, I will jump on Instagram and I will mindlessly scroll. There's no purpose to what I'm doing. Literally no purpose. Maybe I'll see a couple posts that inspire me and whatever, set the tone for the day. But I'm just mindlessly scrolling. That's how I'm starting my day. I'm not commenting. I'm not posting anything in that time. It's just why, what for. And then I do the same thing at night right before I go to bed. So I've noticed it's starting to, at times it will affect my sleep. It will affect what I do through the day. Like, it's really affecting me. So that is a habit that is not serving me. That does not serve my highest purpose. It is not in alignment. So that's something that I want to release. And and so that is a great example. Some things I do for that specific thing is I get an ebook. So, because let's face it, habits, they're hard to get out of. Like, it's hard to break a habit sometimes. So even just picking up my phone, right when I pick up my phone, rather than going on Instagram, I will read. So that's something that helps me. That's another tip to give you with this is what will support you in, now that you know what habits you need to, or that don't serve you, what will support you in no longer having that habit and breaking that habit and having more space for the ones that are aligned. Which brings us to the next question. What daily habits do I need to implement to empower my true self to rise? So this is a time to create new habits, right? So when we release the habits that aren't serving us, we bring up space, we create space for new habits to happen and to come into our life so that it supports us in the best way. So some that I love that I'm currently doing is I love reading. That's something that is really aligned. And dance. I, in fact, wrote dance, dance, dance in all capital letters, bolded. Like, this is something that really, really is nourishing me right now and helping me right now. And I want to make more space for that. So that I want to make that more of a habit where I'm dancing, I'm making time for movement and for my body and my health. So take a minute to think about that and what can be supporting to you right now that you can clear space of habits that don't serve you. Okay, and then we go into what areas of my life feel nourishing. What areas of my life feel nourishing? So for me, some examples, I love my shower time, because when I'm in the shower or the bath, I am a water baby. I love water. That is my connector. Like, I'm able to connect with spirit and with my soul when there's water around. There's something about it. So that's where I do my prayer, my meditation, and that's something that really nourishes me and helps me through every single day. That's a habit I have that I love, and I wouldn't be where I am without it. So what areas of your life feel nourishing? I also, being with my family, being with my kids, playing, having fun, being creative. I love being creative and writing and drawing and painting and all of that. So what areas of your life feel nourishing? What areas of my life feel draining? So these ones are here to put into perspective where our energy is going and what is replenishing our energy and what is depleting it. So what in your life feels draining? Why do those areas feel draining? What are the reasons that they feel draining? This can be very eye-opening as we tune into these. And then we go into, how can I let go of what is draining? What boundaries can I draw to support that letting go? How can I rewrite the story around this to support me? So this is a huge thing that I'm going to dive into a lot more with more content that I'm going to be putting out in the new year. But how can I rewrite the story around this to support me? We are the ones that get to write the story. So if there's something that is going on in your life that is really difficult or draining or whatever it might be, define it. What is it? And let's write the story that it currently is, and then rewrite a different story around it. If there's something that is draining to you, how can we create a story around that or create boundaries around that to shift the energy that is coming from that space? So I have a lot of examples of this. For instance, I tend to, like, as a mom, you are constantly critiquing how well you are as a mom. Like, how great of a mom are you? It's just it's just there. It's just a thing, right? So, a lot of times I've noticed I have a draining mindset, a draining story around that, where, if something happens and, I feel like I could have supported my kids a little bit better than I did. I have this story around that, like, I just want to be a better mom, and I instantly go into that and like kind of beat myself up a little bit. So, I took that and instead, I'm going to rewrite a story around that. You know what? I showed up in the way I could show up with the most love that I can have in this moment. Every time I show up in whatever capacity, there will be love felt. And that is my story around my children. And they feel that. And I make that time for them and give that space. And there's probably a reason. Like, if I didn't show up all the way in the way I wanted to, there might have been a reason. Because, it gave someone else an opportunity to be there for them in a different way. Just as an example. Okay, and then we have, what energy am I sensing around the completion of this decade? So when that curtain's coming back up and the encore is being demanded, give us an encore. What are you sensing around this energy? What is coming up for you with the completion of this part of your story? You're about to step into something so new, so different. The energy is so different. It's going to be a totally new decade. And you get to write and create the story that is written in this next decade. So that is a beautiful question. What energy are you sensing around the completion of this decade? I'll share mine. For me, the energy I'm sensing is my training's complete. I feel that the last 10 years of my life put me where I am today. The most beautiful moments of my life were in the last 10 years, because in the last 10 years, I married my husband. In the last 10 years, I became a mom to 2 beautiful kids. In the last 10 years, I was able to write and publish my first book. The spiritual growth and soul growth that I've gone through over the last 10 years, I'm a completely different person than I was back then. And looking at that, it's just like everything I've gone through and done in the last 10 years it's trained me. It's helped me to be who I am today and helped me to shed the masks that I was wearing. It's helped me to let go and release the things that were holding back my light, were dimming my light, and holding back the love I had to give. So that's what it feels like to me. Training is complete, and the energy of stepping in and being a leader and showing up to inspire and to serve and to love in the best, most purposeful way that I can, being a messenger for spirit, that's where I'm at. That's where I feel like, okay, here's the encore. This is all the things I've learned. This is where I'm at, and I'm ready. I'm ready to support. So that's a beautiful question. Okay, so that takes us through our questions. This next page is going to be really powerful for you. I give gratitude for the last 10 years of my life, for these moments made me who I am today. So you get to take a minute, just take a minute with this blankish page. There's a couple words on here, but write down, color, use crayons, use markers, decorate it, do whatever feels right to you. Just write. Whatever's coming in, but give gratitude. It's your time to give gratitude as you look back on these last 10 years of your life. What are the moments you're grateful for? I shared a few of mine just now, but and there's some I didn't share. Like there's a lot of trials I went through, a lot of challenges, a lot of pain that I went through in the last 10 years, and I'm grateful. I'm even grateful for those, because they helped me be where I am today. They helped me become who I am. And then we also have, I shed what no longer serves me, so I can step into the next decade of my life. So this is your time to tune in. What is it you are done? You don't want to take into the next 10 years of your life. They can be habits. They can be self-talk. It can be it can be anything. It can be literal things, like you want to start a new job, or you want to, you know, stop doubting yourself and start sharing your voice. You want to start living that dream that you've dreamed for so long. So you want to shed all the fear around that so that you can step into that. So that's a powerful one. You can even take this a step further and burn it. Once you write it, burn it, release it, let it go. Let it just be offered out to the universe to be transmuted and given back through love. So transmuted and turned into love for you. Okay, and then I did a bonus page in this one. This is an oracle spread. So if you have some cards, oracle or tarot cards, this is a really good reading to do for the next 12 days that we're going to go through. So this will really help you tune in. What do I need to know about the completion of this part of my story? What do I need to release? What is ready to emerge from within? What will empower my true self? How will the next part of my story begin? What am I making room for? It's all just beautiful. Okay, so cool, right? So, and then we also, and this I'll explain. So my good friend Jenny with Synergy Sensations taught me this, and it's kind of changed the whole way I do readings. So this card right here, once you've done the whole reading, look at your deck, at the bottom of your deck, and the card on the bottom is your overall energy of your reading. So it's super powerful because it just brings you a whole other dynamic. And then this can be like a clarifier card or a jumper card, like if you have any cards jump out at you. That can be just kind of a bonus card. So, okay, that takes us through day 1. This will be the longest video because it's a big topic. So yes, so bringing you into that energy of releasing and allowing those things that need to be released for you to step into this new version of your journey to be released. It's time, and it's going to be done in a loving and gentle way. So thank you for letting me be here with you today, and for the rest of these 12 days. The next videos to come your way will be a little bit shorter, and the worksheets will be a little bit less like a workbook, but this is a great start for you. So, okay, so have a good time doing this, and I'm here for you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.